Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Channel 60 Sports presentation. Today we have high school baseball here at Leuzinger Field, where Leuzinger hosts Peninsula. In the top of the first inning, and the count is 1-1. We have a ball low outside, 2 balls and no strikes. We have a line drive hit to right field, and it gets past the right fielder all the way to the fence, rounding second and going to third for a triple is Denny Cabot. And we have a relay, and we have a play at third. Oh, and he's in there with a slide. A triple with a leadoff batter, Denny Cabot. So Denny Cabot gets a line drive shot to right field. Right fielder made a gallant effort to try to get that ball, but it just went right underneath him to the fence. Brings up the next batter, number 5, Brandon Larson. Brandon playing shortstop today. We have a pitch in the dirt for a ball. Pinch inside is low for, called strike. Low strike. That time we got a ball low. Gets by the catcher. On the top of the first inning here at Leuzinger. Man on third, leadoff batter, on with a triple. 1 on, no outs here in the top of the first. So the number 2 batter's on with a walk. Brings up number 30, the DH, Greg Beal. Men on the corners, no outs here in the first inning. First pitch. Throws to first base. Second base open, man on third. No outs. Leuzinger taking no chances with that runner on first. No count. First pitch. Ball low outside. Back to first base. Just keeping the runner honest. Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. got another throw back to the first base. And that's hit deep into center field. Back, center fielder's got a play on it, and the runner tags to home, and we got 1 run in on a deep fly ball sacrifice. RBI that time by the DH number 3 hitter. That was a nicely well hit ball to deep center field. So the score's 1-0 with 1 out. Brings up the number 4 batter for Peninsula. Francis Kunic. 1 out. The number 4 hitter, Francis, up to bat. Man still on first base. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runner takes his lead at first. The runner goes in there with a slide, and he's out of there. 2 down. Two balls, no strikes to the batter. Ball 3. Three and 0 to the batter. And on with a walk. Brings up the number 5 batter for Peninsula. That's Paul Dieterson, number 3. Or rather, number 34, Paul Dieterson, first baseman. Paul batting in the 5th spot. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Strike 1. Wind up and the pitch. Taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Pitcher out of a stretch, and the pitch. Fouled off against the fence. Makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here at the top of the first. Pitcher out of a stretch, and the pitch. Oh, we got the runner caught up trying to steal. Oh, and the shortstop drops the ball. On a would-be out shortstop. Taking his mind off the ball there for a split second, and dropping the ball. It's in the dirt, and the runner's going to advance to third on a no throw. So we got another runner here in scoring position, standing on third base with 2 outs here on the top of the first inning. Peninsula leads 1-0. Ooh, fisted foul. Pitcher out of a windup. Oh, and that's a ground ball foul. Pitcher not even worrying about the runner, working out of a windup. Oh, breaking ball outside for a ball. Full count, 3-2. And the runner's on with a walk. Brings up the new batter. Number 6 batter up here for Leuzinger. The pitcher's working out of a stretch off the rubber. Scott McMorris up to bat here for Peninsula as the catcher tries to calm down his pitcher here with 2 outs on the top of the first inning. Men on scoring position at the corners here with 2 outs on the top of the first. We got no count here. Back to first base. Keeping those runners in check. Strike. That was a low ball strike. Working at the knees. Not a very good pitch to hit for the batter. Batter getting some instructions, working from the coach out down the third base line. In the box, ready to go. 2 outs here. Top of the first inning. And the pitch. Breaking ball. Caught the corner. 0-2 for the number 6 batter. And it's a high pop fly hit to right center field. Right fielder's got to plant it off the wall. 1 run in. And the ground rule double's called off the trees in right field. So a 2-out double brings home a second run at the top of the first inning. Peninsula leads now 2-0. Brings up the number 7th hitter here in the first inning. Number 10, Sean Song. Sean Song, the number 7th hitter for Peninsula, and the pitch on the way. Taken high for a ball. 1-0. That's lifted foul off the fists. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another foul. Half swing that time by the Sean Song. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first. Wind up and a pitch.
Two and two. 2 outs.
Okay, there's the count. Working with 2 outs here in the inning. Leuzinger looking to close things up here and get to bat. Line drive lifted to center left field. And that's off the glove for another error. 2 runs in and looking to get an inside the park home run is Sean Song. He's rounding on his way home and he's gonna make it. Sean Song with an inside the park home run. That's off an error in the left fielder. A ball took a bounce in front of him and it hit the tip of his glove and rolled all the way to the fence. So we had 2 plays elude the outfielders, and with those 2 plays netted a total of 4 runs for Peninsula. A big inning here at Peninsula, and it's the number 8 batter. And now we have a conference here at first base, or with the coach rather, and the pitcher. Mike Percentia, the new batter for Peninsula, take a called strike, 0-1. And then we got a slow curveball hit down underneath the legs of the shortstop. Shortstop getting his 2nd error of the inning. So it's been a 3-error inning for Leuzinger here at the top of the first. A shortstop. Having a tough time with the ball today. Van Hook with his hands on his hips at shortstop. Brings up the number 9 hitter, a lefty, Brian Gilchrist. Runner takes his lead at first. And the pitch is taken. Ground ball to second base. Second base has his glove down, and we got 3 outs in the inning. But not before Peninsula does a lot of damage. We'll be back with the bottom of the first inning after this short fade black. Okay, we're back here with Leuzinger's first at bat, the bottom of the first inning. Perodine, number 8 position. That's the center fielder. Perodine, batting right-handed, or excuse me, batting left-handed. Pitch on the way. Ooh, high inside breaking ball. Two and 0 here at the top of the bottom of the first inning. Strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. pitcher out of a windup and the pitch. Called third strike. Looking. You got to be aggressive, especially when you're down by as many runs as Leuzinger is right now. Aguilar is the next batter for Leuzinger. Aguilar, the third baseman. Low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here, the bottom of the first. We have a ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop staying low on the ball, makes a nice throw for 2 outs here. 2 outs at the bottom of the first inning. Brings up the number 3 hitter, Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the left fielder. Rodriguez with an error in the first inning, letting the ball get by him out left field. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. The bottom of the first inning. We have a ground ball. Oh, inside the bag, down the line. And Rodriguez is going to have a stand-up double. It's a nice play that time as the ball went all the way down the line. Well, the coach from Peninsula went out there to give a visit to his left fielder. My view was obstructed. I'm not sure if he fell down, he slid on the concrete with his cleats, or what happened. But he looks like he's shaken up. He's got his hands on his shoulders, but he didn't want to come out of the game. So a 2-out double that time by Rodriguez brings up the number 4 batter, Gonzalez, the pitcher. Gonzalez batting cleanup, the pitcher batting cleanup for Leuzinger. Oh, and a nice big fat pitch right down the middle for a strike. Oh and 1, 2 outs, man on second base. Rodriguez doesn't even bother to get a lead. And wind up in the pitch, ooh, breaking ball, high outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 and 1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Off the end of the bat, slow roller to the pitcher. Pitcher takes his time, and that's it. That's it with 1 inning in the books. And we'll be back with more high school baseball after this short break. Okay, we're back with the top of the second inning. Peninsula leads 5-0. First pitch on the way is taken for a strike. Outside corner. Fastball. So Rodriguez working the plate. Inside, outside, high, low. Getting a good strike zone today from the umpire. Works his way. Ooh, fisted. Nice curveball. Slow roller to third base. The throw. And tagged out. Nice play that time. Nice play by Panada. So we've got one down here. Brings up the number 2 batter, Brandon Larson. Brandon steps up to the plate and gets a strike. Next pitch is taken high and outside for a ball. Wind up and a pitch. Fouled back for a called strike. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind up and a pitch. Low roller right in between the second baseman and the first baseman. The right fielder this time gets his glove down. And on with a hit to right field is Brandon Larson. Brings up the number 30, Greg Beal, the DH. First pitch back to first base. So we got a man on with 1 out. Top of the second inning. Peninsula leads 5-0. Leuzinger gets another throw to first base. Pitch on the way. Taken for a strike, and the runner tries to steal the throw. Safe in there with a head first slide. There you can see the runner with his helmet getting himself adjusted, standing on second base. Wind up in the pitch, and that's hit into center field. Center fielder comes up in the ball, and it's going to fall right in front of him for another hit. The runner takes third base. We got runners on the corners. So Greg Beal gets another hit. Standing on third brings up the cleanup hitter, Francis Kunich. Kunich, the third baseman. Throw puts the runner back to first base. Got another runner taking the second base. This time Leuzinger looked like they tried to draw the runner home to get him in a rundown on the way home, but the runner wasn't having it. So we got a runner on third, a runner on second. Here, 1 out in the top of, the top of the second inning. And we have a high off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Another high fastball taken for a ball. 3 balls, no strikes. 1 out here in the second inning. You know he was going to be taken, and he did. That time, Leuzinger's pitcher did a nice job. Gonzalez finding the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike. Man on second and third with 1 out. And he walks him to load the bases. Oh, excuse me, a called strike 2. The umpire's been pretty consistent about that outside pitch. And so far, Gonzalez has been very successful finding that zone. Kunich was halfway on his way to first base. Full count, 3-2. Strike 3, nice pitch. Looks like Gonzalez is working his speeds. Not only is he finding the different areas of the plate, looks like he's playing with the speeds of his pitches too, which really takes batters off of whack. Brings up number 34, Paul Dieterson, the first baseman for Peninsula. Taken for a ball. 2 outs here, top of the second inning. It's taken off the bat, foul. Almost into the neighboring apartment houses. We got 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the second inning. Ground ball right up the middle. 1 run in. Second run is on his way home, and he's going to make it standing. So we have 2 more runs coming in for Peninsula, making it 7-0 here in the top of the second inning. There you can see the replay of the ground ball just right up the middle. Batter doing a good job taking what's given to him, and the runners were in with no problem. Pitch on the way for a ball. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, second inning. And the pitcher Gonzalez pitching to number 18, Scott McMorris, with Paul Dieterson standing on first base with a 2-run single. Swung on and missed strike. 1-1. And all defense to the pitcher today. Gonzalez, he's not getting much help out there on defense. Leuzinger with a lot of unearned runs here in 2 innings. Scott McMorris, the center fielder for Peninsula. Getting the signs, standing in the box and ready to hit. Pitcher out of a stretch. Cold strike. And that'll do it, but not before Peninsula scores 2 more runs. So with 1.5 innings in the books, going into the bottom of the second inning after 1.5 innings, the score, Peninsula 7, Leuzinger nothing. We'll be back with more. Okay, we're back with more baseball. Number 52 for Leuzinger, and that's Pena, the first baseman, stepping in for his first at-bat of the game. Leuzinger has their work cut out for them, down by 7 runs. Slow breaking ball, caught the corner for a strike. Another breaking ball, this time hitting for foul ball. Batter a little ahead of that pitch. Actually, he was a lot ahead of that pitch. The pitcher giving him a breaking blow. So no balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Here's the bottom of the second inning. Leuzinger trailing by 7 runs. 7-0. Peninsula leads. Ground ball to second base. Oh, takes a hard bounce. Second baseman struggles, but not in time. The runner's on. Of course, I'm not the official scorer, but I got to give that one an error to the second baseman. Ball was hitting hard, skidded off the dirt. Second baseman couldn't handle it, had to get the ball back to make the throw, but not in time. Brings up the next hitter, Aguilar. Aguilar, the right fielder, Peninsula, working that base runner back to first base. It's a beautiful day here in Lawndale. Of course, Lawndale is known for their beautiful days. Nestled between El Segundo and Torrance, with that Pacific breeze off the shore. It's absolutely zero smog here in the beautiful city of Lawndale. So Leuzinger starting a little rally of their own here. Pitcher messing with the batter as he continues to throw to first. 0-1, one out. Outside with a breaking ball. Ball, 1-1. He's been working a couple off-season pitches. You got to figure he's going to come in with a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. There it is. Ooh, fouled off. Off the tip of the bat for strike 2. Aguilar, the right fielder, he had his part in the 5-run first inning for Peninsula, getting one of the first bats, leadoff hitter of the game, getting a triple after the ball went underneath Aguilar's glove and rolled all the way to the right fielder's gate. One and two here. No outs. Bottom of the second inning. Wind up in the pitch. And that's lifted high and foul. And out of play for a 1-2 count. One and two. No outs here. Aguilar doing a good job making the pitcher work. Runner on first base. And the ball goes to first base. Not really trying to get the out as much as just messing with the batter's head. Not letting him get any rhythm here up at bat. Outside with an off-speed pitch. 2-2. Pitcher's been throwing fastballs after off-speed pitches like that. Got to figure another fastball. 2-2 here with no outs. Oh, and that's lifted. Pop up. First baseman calling it, and he's got it for 1 out. Brings up number 51, the catcher Mendez for Leuzinger. Mendez's first time at bat today with a runner on first base and 1 out. Pitcher working out of a stretch. And that's hit high over the head of the pitcher. And the runner takes second. We got a force out, fielder's choice. Mendez thrown out at first. Fielder's choice gets 2 outs here in the second inning. And we have the next batter, number 8. The second baseman, Panada. Leuzinger with a runner in scoring position at second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch taken low for a ball.
throw it pretty low to get a low ball. Only because the umpire's been calling a lot of those low strikes today. Off-speed pitch, hit to the shortstop. Shortstop's got a beat on it. Long throw. Got him for 3 ups. So, Leuzinger wastes the leadoff man on base. And after 2 innings, we got a replay coming up here. As you can see, the final out of the inning with the shortstop making a nice play with his glove all the way down to catch the runner by at least 2 steps. So, with 2 innings in the bag, Leuzinger trailing by a 7-run Peninsula lead. We'll be back with more Channel 60 high school baseball after this short break. Okay, we're hot here in the 3rd inning, top of the 3rd. First pitch taken for a swing and a miss, strike 1.
Next pitch is taken high for a ball. 1-1. Top of the 3rd inning. No outs.
That ball's hit to the first baseman for an out. Pop up. 1 down here in the 3rd inning and brings up the next batter for Peninsula, number 8. Mike Persicina.
The pitch on the way is taken for a ground ball. Foul ball just outside the bag of third base. Mike missing extra base hit by about maybe 8 inches. The next pitch is taken for a strike.
So the batter strikes out. And we've got 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Leuzinger looking to get him out. 1, 2, 3 brings up the next batter, number 6 for Peninsula. Brian Gilchrist. That's hit foul. Third baseman going back on it and makes the play on a nice play by the third baseman to end the inning. So Peninsula's down for the first time in 3 innings. 1, 2, 3, and Leuzinger coming up to bat with 2.5 innings in the books. Leuzinger still trails Peninsula 7-0. We'll be back with more high school baseball game of the week action on Channel 60 after this short break.
Okay, we're up with more baseball now. And we have Leuzinger coming up to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, trailing by 7 runs. The leadoff batter, Perodin. That's Garcia up to bat now. Garcia, substitution for Leuzinger.
believe he's batting for Van Hook, the shortstop. In the dirt. Garcia could actually be the DH for Van Hook. Wind up in the pitch is taken for a foul off the screen. And it looks like the umpire and the coach for Peninsula is talking about the same thing I just questioned, and that was what's going on with number 40. Batting for number 44, Van Hook. He could either be the DH or just a pinch hitter. Called strike on a nice breaking ball that time. So striking out is Garcia. Brings up the next batter, Perodine, number 42, and playing center field. Perodine batting left-handed, swung on and missed. Strike one. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Taken high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Swung on and missed for a strike. Strike 3, swinging. It's 2 Ks for Peninsula here in the top of the 3rd. Brings up the number 2 hitter for Leuzinger, number 48, Aguilar. Aguilar playing 3rd base for the Leuzinger Olympians, making a fine play to get the final out of the inning prior to. Takes the first pitch low and outside for a ball. Next pitch is taken high outside for a ball. Oh, and that's hit to right field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Brings up number 45, Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a left fielder. Aguilar doing a nice job going with the pitch, taking it to right field. Two outs in the inning, and the pitcher goes to first base. That's a short roller to the pitcher, called foul. That would have been a hard play to make for the pitcher. I'm not really sure that would have been a 3rd out of the inning. The number 3 hitter, Rodriguez.
Oh, when we got the runner and the rundown. Oh, the first baseman dropped the ball, and the runner made a commitment to stop. Oh, and he slides underneath the tag, but he's called out for the third out. I'm not sure if we have that on replay or not, but that time the runner could have probably made his way to second base. But what happened was that the first baseman dropped the ball in the pickle, but at the same time he dropped the ball, the first baseman was unable to make the play. The runner stopped, giving the first baseman an opportunity to make the play. So Leuzinger gets no runs again, leaving a man on base again. And after 3 innings, they trail Peninsula by 7. We'll be back with more high school sports baseball game of the week after the short break. Okay, we're back with the top of the 4th inning. Before the inning started, the umpire behind the plate went over to Leuzinger's area, I guess you would call it their dugout, and told the players he wanted them inside the dugout. So we're up, and the lining shot into the alley between left field and center field, and that's going to roll all the way to the fence. Working his way around the bases hard is number 44 Peninsula, inside the park home run. That time, no fooling around. That was Cabot Denny. Cabot Denny going 2 for 3 today. His first shot was a triple to right field. This time, he hits an inside the park home run with a lining shot into the gap. He just got all of the ball on that one. So Peninsula starts off with a home run, an inside the park home run, and brings up number 5. And he hits a shot to center field. Center fielder's got a beat on it, makes the play. 2 pitches and 2 hard hits, one of them resulting in a fly out. With 1 down now brings up the DH, Greg Beal. Greg Beal, I think no relation to Kathy. Number 30 for Peninsula, the DH. A pitch, and he fists one to right field. Second baseman going out on it, calls it off his glove for an error. Oh, you hate to see that. There you can see the runner standing on first base, and there's the replay. The ball is hit short right field. Second baseman goes back on the ball right. It just hits the top of his glove and falls out, and there you can see the signs of projection. Boy, you just hate to see that. So, Greg Beal standing on first base on an air from the second baseman. And we got a ball called to number 20, Francis Kunich. Leuzinger leading by a whopping 8 runs here in the top of the 4th inning. Nice off-speed pitch. That was a nice off-speed pitch by Gonzalez that time to even up the count here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Pitcher working out of a stretch, going to first base. Had a little chile that time on the throw. That wasn't a lazy toss. That actually had some chile on it. Francis Kunich, or they call him Frankie here in the dugout. Frankie takes a low and outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. So we have Mendez going out to the mound to talk to Gonzalez for Leuzinger. Trying to work something out here. 1 out and a runner on first base. Leuzinger's done a good job getting a few base runners. However, some of those attempts have resulted in errors by the shortstop. A line shot to center field. Center fielder's got a beat on it. Oh, and it gets right past him. Rolls all the way to the gate, and we're looking at another inside the park home run. It goes through the fence for a ground rule double. So instead of a 2-run inside the park home run, we're looking at a double with the runners at second and third. That's the second time today that the outfielders have come up on a sinking line drive, and both times the balls have gotten past the outfielders and rolled all the way to the fence. The third time that happened, actually, one got away from the left fielder, but that was a bad bouncing. We have a high pop fly taking the left fielder. Left fielder goes back in the ball. The runner tags, and coming in to score is Greg Bill on a high fly ball that time by Paul Dieterson. Brings up Scott McMorris, the center fielder for Peninsula. Paul Dieterson doing a lot of damage with the bat today. Scott Morris up to bat. Oh, and he's hit this time. Hit in the back. Pitcher working out of a stretch pitch and is taken high for a ball. Ball one. One and 0 and 2 outs. Pitcher out of a stretch. Ooh, high for called ball. Batter stepping into it a little bit, but got the call from the umpire. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. And that's hit off the bat foul, working its way into private property. Souvenir out there for the kids in the apartments. Two balls, one strike to the batter. Sean Song with a home run last time up. Got to have an asterisk on that home run, though, that avoided the left fielder. And I'm going to try not to talk about that anymore. Sean Song waiting for the pitch. Pitcher out of a windup. Ball 4. Bases are loaded now. And it brings up the next batter, Mike Perschina. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Mike Perschina coming to bat for Peninsula, batting right-handed. Pitch is going to work out of a windup instead of a stretch now. Wind up in the pitch. Off-speed pitch. Nice strike. Boy. Pitcher's had some good pitches made all day today. It's not getting too much help, though, out there in the outfield or the infield. Wind up in the pitch. Oh, nice. High fastball. 0-2, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Mike, the number 8 hitter. Pitcher for Leuzinger, Gonzalez, takes a little walk off the mound. outfield, playing behind the runner on first and on the line. And oh, and we have the batter. Dead ball called. The ball hit the batter with the umpire called dead ball. I guess that meant he may have stepped out of the box when he got hit. Stepped across the plate. Was a call ball. Strike 3 called. And that'll end the inning. So Leuzinger comes up to bat now with Peninsula leaving the bases loaded. Okay, we're back with the top of the 5th inning and number 45 for Leuzinger, the number 3 hitter, and left fielder Rodriguez. Called strike. Excuse me, we're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Oh, and a ground ball sharply hit to the third baseman. Off his glove, he still makes the throw, but it's wild, and off the bag is the first baseman. And standing on first base with a hit is the left fielder for Leuzinger, Rodriguez, bringing up the cleanup hitter and the pitcher, Gonzalez. So once again, Leuzinger starts off the inning with a man on base. Runner takes his lead, and we have a low ball. 1-0. Next pitch. Pitcher working out of a stretch. That's fouled off the end of the bat. And Gonzalez wish he had that one back. So 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs here. Bottom of the 4th inning. Wind up in the pitch. Ooh, and it's taken for a strike. The runner advances to second base, however, with a steal. Sliding in with a nice stolen base. So Rodriguez takes second with a steal. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. The cleanup batter at the plate, the pitcher, Gonzalez, and he hits it off the bat to the the second baseman, who makes the throw. But advancing to third base is Rodriguez, standing on third. So Leuzinger looking to get on the scoreboard with 1 out, have a runner on third base, and brings up the next batter, number 52 for Leuzinger. Pena, the first baseman. Pena batting right-handed in the batter's box. Pitcher still working out of a stretch, getting his signs from the catcher. And the pitch is a drive to center field. It may drop for a hit, and it does drop for a hit. Center fielder's got the ball, but in to score, number 45 Rodriguez, and an RBI standing on first base for Pena with a looping single to center field. Brings up our next batter for Leuzinger. Aguilar. Number 41. Yeah, that's Aguilar, the right fielder. Pitcher goes to first on the throw, and the ball gets by him, and taking second base is Pena. As you see him there standing on second base on your TV screen. Pena providing the only RBI today for Leuzinger, trailing 9-1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Leuzinger in the middle of a rally here with 1 out. The pitch is taken for a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. That's a line drive going to drop into the gap between right and center. Rounding the wheels way home is Pena. The play at the plate is going to be too late. And Pena scores on a nice base hit that time by Aguilar, finding the gap. So Leuzinger with a little rally. And then you can see the replay, the ball finding the gap to the outfielder. And the runner coming around third base and on his way home. As you can see the runner there way ahead of the ball, coming across the plate. Brings up the next batter for Leuzinger, number 54. And that's a pinch hitter, Cardenas. Cardenas batting for Mendez. Next pitch is taken for a ball. This is Cardenas' first at bat, pinch hitting. Cardenas with those hands high above his ear, calling timeout, stepping out of the box. One out here in the inning. Oh, he swings around and bunts, but it's bunted foul off the screen. Pitcher working out of a stretch and throws it. Oh, fouled off the hands. Oh, they got the runner and the pickoff. A nice move this time for the pitcher. This is the second set. Oh, and he misses him on the tag. And he's safe. Boy, that time, Aguilar, the right fielder for Leuzinger, amends for his mistake. And just like grammar school, the old dodgeball, he gets inside where the guy can't get him with the ball. So Aguilar cautiously getting his lead at first. And it wind up, oh, high strike. Striking out for the second out of the inning. Now we have 2 outs. Brings up our next batter for Leuzinger, number 8, Banada. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner on runner on first base. Leuzinger trailing 9-2. And the pitch goes to first base. And in with a head first slide is Aguilar. Next pitch on the way is taken low, swung on and missed for strike. Next pitch on the way is off the fist, taken for a foul ball. One ball, two strikes, 2 outs here. Runner back to first. That time the ball was thrown kind of lazy. Pitcher doing a good job. Next pitch. Oh, line drive right to the shortstop for the final out of the inning. But hey, not before Leuzinger gets 2 runs of their own. So Leuzinger getting a few positive things done this afternoon, scoring 2 runs. And at the end of 4 innings, the score is Peninsula 9, Leuzinger 2. We'll be back with more high school baseball. Channel 60 Sports, Game of the Week, after this short break. Okay, we're back with Peninsula at bat. Leading off with Peninsula is number 6, Brian Gilchrist. And Brian takes the first pitch for a called strike. I gotta tell you, I like the umpire strike zone today. Letting the pitchers work it. And even though Leuzinger's pitcher's been getting those calls in and around the plate, Peninsula has done a good job scoring 9 runs this afternoon. Well, I've got to say, more than half of those runs, though, however, are unearned runs. Many of the runs this afternoon coming on Leuzinger errors with the glove. This has been a hard season this year for Leuzinger baseball. With a new coach, though, new program, it takes time. So relatively young team for Leuzinger also. Brian Gilchrist at bat. The pitch on the way. Oh, and that's taken high and almost hit him. Boy, that was a high fastball inside. Something Don Drysdale would be proud of. Of course, Don Drysdale for the Dodgers used to be famous for doing those kinds of things intentionally. But that's when baseball was still a game. Nowadays, it's a multi-billion-dollar business sponsored by Budweiser and Nike. Pitch on the way. Oh, and that's fouled off. Of course, Channel 60 covering baseball, though, where baseball's still a game. No business about Channel 60 Sports. Commercial-free baseball here on Channel 60, your community television channel for the South Bay. High pop fly to the shortstop. So Gilchrist out on a pop fly, bringing up number 25. And this is a pinch hitter for Cabot Denny. Cabot Denny being taken out of the lineup, but not before he got a triple and a home run. Cabot contributing big time to the runs in Peninsula. First pitch to Todd for Peninsula is taken high and outside for a ball. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Pitch on the way and taken for a half swing ball called by the umpire. 2-0.
Called strike. Nice off-speed pitch breaking across the plate. And the pitcher for Leuzinger, Gonzalez, has been doing that all day. Breaking pitches across the plate. Oh, boom. That time swung and a missed. That ball was breaking all over the place. At one point, it looked like it was going right, gonna hit the batter. He bailed out of there, broke across the plate for another strike. He's got some heat on the ball, and if the batter's not aggressive, looks like they're bailing out of the box a little bit. Next pitch. Oh, inside. Once again, throwing it inside on the batter. Making the batter aware that ball's coming pretty fast and right at him. Full count to the batter. Strike 3 called, and once again finding the outside corner of the plate. Umpire giving that to the pitcher all day. And Gonzalez for Leuzinger taking advantage of it. And in some cases just taking it upon himself. After all, he's not getting too much help out there. Brings up number 5, Brandon Larson. Brandon Larson is 1 for 2 today. He hits a high pop fly to short center field. Center fielder's on his horse, and he makes the catch with a basket catch. Nice play, running full speed to make the play. Let's take a look at that fine defensive play. Once again, giving Leuzinger some props defensively, and there you can see on the replay, the center fielder on his horse. Of course, he runs a lot faster than that because you're watching it in slow motion, but makes a fine basket catch for the final out of the inning. So once again, Peninsula fails to score. We're working our way halfway through the inning, and Peninsula leads Leuzinger 9-2. We'll be back with more high school baseball. Okay, we're back with the bottom of the 5th, and Garcia is at bat for Van Hook. Garcia 0 for 1 today, called looking with a K, his first time at bat. Swung on and missed for a strike. Pitcher working out of a windup, low for a ball, 1-1. Outside for a ball. And that's hit solid to deep center field. Center fielder's going back on it and makes the catch for the out. Garcia put some meat on the ball, but unfortunately, right at somebody. Brings up the next at bat. Number 8, Perodin. Perodin, center fielder. Outside for a ball. 0-1. 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Right to the pitcher. Ground ball. Pitcher takes his time and gets the second out of the inning. Perodin getting a nice swing at the ball, but unfortunately right to somebody. Bringing up the next at bat, number 48, Aguilar. Aguilar scoring the last time up. Inside for a called ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. Peninsula leads 9-2. And that's hit
over the shortstop. It may drop. Oh, nice grab that time by the center fielder, coming in hard. So, 2 consecutive innings, 2 consecutive fine inning-ending plays by the center fielders. This time, Peninsula gets a chance at a nice highlight clip. As you can see there on your television screen, he comes in and makes a fine grab. So, from over the shoulder of the Peninsula dugout, we go to the top of the 6th inning with the score 9-2. Peninsula leads. We'll be back with more high school baseball. So Peninsula putting in a lot of their substitutes in the game. And if I had their names, I'd tell them to you, but I don't have them. Well, his teammates call him Victor. Pitcher making his move to nice off-speed pitch for a called strike. Got to tell you, Gonzalez has impressed me today with his assortment of pitches and ability to find the different places of the plate. Pitch on the way. Inside, jamming. Slow roller to first base. We got a race for first, and he's in there. That time, Peña got the ball. The first baseman fielded it, and he had no help that time by Gonzalez. As you can see on the replay, the pitcher's nowhere in sight. He should be at first base to get a little toss. That's something that's basics. Leuzinger not playing that play properly. And as a result, we got a hit for Peninsula. The pitcher's supposed to make his move to first base and grab the ball from a little toss of the first baseman fielding the ball. He didn't do it. So wouldn't you know it, after I give him all the props in the world, he comes out and makes a mistake on defense. Two balls, no strikes to the batter. Running off first base for Peninsula. Throw back to first base. Gonzalez putting a little chile on that fastball, getting right past the batter for a swing and a miss. Goes back to first base. Runner gets back safely. We got a run. Oh, and the ball hit the back of the runner. So Leuzinger having a hard time today with the defensive end, and as a result, pitcher Faunia got a new pitcher in the game. Faunia is on the mound. ball. That time move to second baseman to get the runner. Runner getting back on time. Two balls and two strikes. Foul off the top of the bat, and the pitcher makes the play for the out. Brings up the next batter for Peninsula. Once again, Peninsula working in their subs, and I don't have their full names, but his teammates are calling him Jim. Pitch is taken high outside. We've got one more game on Channel 60's High School Sports, and that baseball game of the week next week is going to be a good one. Leuzinger and Hawthorne. The rivalry continues. Taken high for a ball. That game next week will be the last game of Channel 60 Sports season as we get ready after that for another exciting football season next year, which promises to be a very, very exciting one. So Channel 60 Sports will take a 3-month break. Gives us time to repair a few things and buy a couple of new things, and who knows, maybe even a few new people around here to make sure next year's season is as good as it's ever been. Oh, swing and a miss. High fastball that time. Channel 60's got a few things in store for you viewers. We'll be bringing you cartoons pretty soon. High pop fly, hook and foul down the first base line. First baseman makes the play for the final out of the inning. So that's 5.5 innings in the books. The score still 9-2. Now we'll be back with more high school sports after this short break. Okay, we're back. And the first pitch of the bottom of the inning is called strike. Rodriguez going the first run for Leuzinger today at bat. Takes a look at a ball, 1-1. That's fisted to the first baseman, tosses it to the pitcher for the out, and that's the way you make that play. The do's and don'ts of baseball shown for you little leaguers watching today. This time you get an opportunity to see how to handle a play to the first baseman. First baseman makes the play, but not all by himself. Pitches it to the pitcher who steps on the bag. Nice fundamentals there by Peninsula. Kind of like when you do the dishes, you got someone cleaning and someone drying. It's always easier when you have someone to help you. Next batter's the pitcher. Oh, and that's taken off-speed pitch for a ball. Gonzalez. 2 balls, no strikes to Gonzalez. 1 out. 3-0. You know he's going to take this pitch. If he doesn't take this pitch, I'm buying every one of my crew a drink. Ah, he took the pitch. And he gets on with the walk. First walk of the game for Leuzinger. Number 52, Pena, the first baseman, also scored a run the last inning. Takes a called strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, runner on first base, and 1 out for the Leuzinger Olympians. High, taken for a ball. Runner takes his lead at first. Out of a stretch. Oh, ball. That looks good to me. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the inning with the runner on first base. At bat, the first baseman for Leuzinger, Pena. Pitch is hit right to the shortstop, right through his glove. So instead of a potential inning-ending double play, we'll get an error on the shortstop, and we have a runners on first and second. Brings up the next batter, the right fielder, Aguilar. And we've got a pinch runner in the game in running for the pitcher. Gonzalez is out of the game, and running for him is number 22, Preciado. Preciado standing on second base. Preciado a lot shorter. His legs are shorter. I guess his legs move faster. Preciado taking his lead at second. Pitcher getting his signals. And the pitch. Oh, line shot right up the middle. It's going to drop. And we have bases loaded with 1 out. A nice hit that time by Aguilar. A lining shot. There you can see on the replay a fine piece of hitting that time as the runner holds, Preciado holds on third base. Brings up the next batter, the catcher, number 51, Mendez. Mendez taking his practice cuts, and the pitch is on its way. Oh, he fouls it up off the end of the bat. Shortstop calls it. Second baseman grabs it for the second out of the inning. First pitch swinging. Once again, you don't like to see that happen. It's aggressive, but you want to make the pitcher work. I guess all our opinions seem to vary on first pitch swinging. It's aggressive. And in all defense of the batter, pitcher's been coming in with fastballs on the first pitch most of the time. Let's see if he does it again. See if he comes in with a fastball. First pitch. And we'll see if Leuzinger's first pitch swinging here with 2 outs, bases loaded in the inning. Yeah, sure enough. Comes in with a fastball, but it's low and outside for a called ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Pitch on the way, taken for a ball. Next pitch on the way is taken for a called strike. Next pitch on the way. Oh, inside on the corner of the plate, called strike. And that time, the batter, number 8, was bailing out of the play. Panada was looking for a ball. Bases loaded here. With 2 outs to Panada. The batter for Leuzinger. Pitcher working out of a stretch. Oh, my goodness. That was close for a ball. You know, Panada's not even looking to swing the bat. His feet are flat. His hands are down. Walter with the bat. Then the pitch is taken for a ball outside. And they walk in a run. In to score the pinch runner, number 22, Preciado. And Leuzinger scores its 3rd run of the inning. Brings up Van Hook. Van Hook re-entering the game. This is high school sports. Of course, you can't do this in major leagues. But then again, this is high school sports where baseball's still a game and not a business. Where people play the game for the love of it and not for the paycheck. First pitch called strike. Van Hook's got to be up there swinging the bat. Got to be aggressive out there. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Pitcher working out of a stretch. Oh, half swing. He's not throwing very hard. He's just got to time the pitch. 0-2. Van Hook with the bases loaded, having an opportunity to atone for some of his mistakes on the defensive end. Pitcher working out of a stretch, getting his signals from the catcher, shaking a few off. I think he doesn't want to come in with that off-speed pitch. He's got to think about it. Steps off the mound. Gets back in the mound. Runners still on the bag, haven't taken their leads. Now they start taking their leads. It's strike 3 called. Inning-ending play. And Van Hook didn't even get a chance to swing the bat. So, bases loaded. And that's the end of the inning. With the score, Leuzinger trailing by 6, scoring around this inning. Peninsula 9, Leuzinger 3. We'll be back with the final 7th inning after this short break. Okay, we're back. I'm just having a conversation here with the Leuzinger coach. Recently ejected. And standing out there in the bleachers, way up high in the football section. First pitch on the way called strike. Next pitch inside for ball. Swung on the mist. This being our final, oh well, our second to the last game of the season. Oh, ground ball taken. Nice diving play by the second baseman, but it's off his body and into center field for a base hit. Brings up Mike Persicina, the catcher. And there's the replay, as you can see, of the nice diving defensive effort by the second baseman, but to no avail. I'd like to remind your viewers that you can get copies of these games, all of Channel 60 programming that you see on the air, by giving us a call. $15 for a tape. Can't beat that. Pitch on the way. Taken off-speed pitch for a called strike. I don't mean to beat a dead horse, ladies and gentlemen, but Gonzalez, the pitcher from Leuzinger, has got some nice off-speed stuff today. And of course, when I played high school sports, those were tough pitches to hit. Pitch on the way. Oh, again. Sailing high fastball with the batter bailing out of it halfway on its way. And somehow Gonzalez has a fastball pitch that just breaks back and forth. Like in 1 second it looks like it's going to hit the batter, and the next second it breaks across the plate. I got to ask him what kind of pitch that is. On that play, the runner takes second base on a pass ball and a stolen base. And there you can see on your TV screen the man standing on second base. Pitcher trying to gain some composure here. Final seventh inning. Batter in the mound takes the next pitch. Three and one with no outs here. Runner on second base. Pitcher working out of a stretch. Call ball four. So at first base open, the runner takes first base on a walk and brings up the next batter, number 6 for Peninsula, Brian Gilchrist. Brian Gilchrist on batter's box, batting left-handed. Pitch on the way, attempted bunt goes foul. So Peninsula, with a 6-run lead, not sitting back on their laurels of previous successful innings. They're playing aggressive ball, looking to advance the runners here with no outs on the top of the 7th, with runners on first and second. 0-1 count, and once again the batter comes around the bunt. Outside pitch, taken for a ball. Now, if I was pitching, I'd come in with a high fastball inside and challenge that bunter to stay in there and bunt the ball as the ball's coming right at his head. Old school lessons from Don Drysdale. Next bunt goes down successfully, and the pitcher has no play. Second baseman is supposed to cover first base, but didn't. And once again, we've got a lack of defensive fundamental play by Leuzinger's infield. Bases loaded. No outs here. Swung on and missed for a strike. Peninsula looking to expand their 6-run lead here on the top of the 7th, leading 9-3. Bases loaded and no outs. Swung on and missed for a strike 2.
Off the bat. Swung on and hit foul. Oh and 2. Bases loaded. The pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Gonzalez going in there with hard fastballs. 4 hard fastballs. Gets him a strikeout. A big K here for the first out in the top of the 7th. Brings up number 5. Brandon Larson. Brandon, a number 2 hitter today. Oh, off-speed pitch for a called strike. How many times have we seen that today, ladies and gentlemen, when that pitch just breaks across the plate? A pretty pitch. And you got to have some confidence to be able to put that in on the first pitch of the batter. Nice play by the pitcher. Comes in with a fastball, and that's hit to left field, and the left fielder went back on the ball, makes the play, tagged up. We got a play at the plate. Oh, a wild throw home from the third baseman. Oh, they would have had the runner. So a sacrifice fly nets the run home, making the score 10-3, and the runners all advance one base to get the second out of the inning. Runners on second and third. 2 outs, and the first pitch is taken for a foul. 0-1. That time on the previous play, you didn't get the chance to see it on the replay, but the third baseman should have had his body halfway turned home as a cutoff play, so he doesn't waste time turning his body on the throw. But he got the ball, but his body wasn't turned properly, so he couldn't make the throw accurately, and that was the problem, because they would have had him, or they would have had a play at the plate. Oh, inside pitch. Hits the batter. So the batter takes his base at first base, and somewhere in baseball heaven, Don Drysdale's looking down smiling. Pitch, bases loaded. Oh, and we hit a lightning shot down first baseline. Almost takes off the leg of the first base coach. Boy, that gentleman doesn't have gray hair before that hit. He's got a few now. I've been hit by a few line drives in my day. Those things hurt. I venture to say those line drives hurt more than a broken heart. Swung on and missed there. 2 outs in the inning. Bases are loaded. Oh, called strike 3 on a beautiful breaking ball. Boy, I gotta tell you, one of the highlights today has been Gonzalez on the mound. He's got some good stuff. So, Peninsula leaves 3, but not after scoring 1 run. So, with the inning ending 10-3, we'll be back with the final half inning. Alrighty, we're back with the bottom of the 7th inning, the final at bat here, and Leuzinger looking for a big rally. First pitch taken for a ball. First batter is number 42, the leadoff hitter, Perodin. Oh my goodness. Second pitch called strike. Umpire calling those outside pitches. Pitcher working out of a stretch. Second pitch called strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Leuzinger trailing by 7. The score: Peninsula 10, Leuzinger 3. And this is it. 3 outs or 7 runs. That time the umpire went to his rule book. The umpire calls a out. The batter stepping out of the box. Usually you get warned usually, but not this time. I guess the umpire is waiting for dinner. Dinner must be getting cold. First pitch taken for a ball. Well, life lessons can be learned different ways, by mistakes or by instruction. Umpire choosing to teach him by lesson. Second batter pops it up to second base for a quick second out of the inning. So with 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning, brings up the next batter for Leuzinger, number 45, Rodriguez. Rodriguez, part of the offensive successes today for Leuzinger. Swung on and missed for a strike. Oh, and that's a line shot in the gap, going all the way to the wall. And on his horse is Rodriguez with a stand-up double. Beautiful highlight that time. And a nice play. And there you can see him standing on second base with a double. It's Rodriguez. And there's see if we got a replay of that. There it is. The ball working it all the way to the fence. And it went to the fence not because of anybody's defensive bad play. Just but off the bat hard. And got to that wall quickly. It got to that wall so quick, so when they threw it back, they almost had an out at second base. So Leuzinger not going down easy. 2 outs, runner on second base. The throw back to second base, and it gets past him all the way out to center field. And somehow, some way, the runner didn't get up to run to third base. It's been odd. Few plays have happened today that I just can't logically explain. Low and outside for a strike. Umpire's been calling those outside strikes all day. Oh, and reaching for a strike is Gonzalez with the bat. Gonzalez looking to bring home another run. Runner on second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the pitch on the way is taken for a ball outside, just missing the corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Gonzalez, the pitcher for Leuzinger, having an outstanding game in spite of the 10 runs by Peninsula, most of them coming on unearned runs, errors by his defense. Off the end of the bat for a foul ball called strike 3, and that'll do it for today. So Leuzinger loses to Peninsula, and the final score, Peninsula 10, Leuzinger 3. The game is over, and on behalf of the Channel 60 crew, we'd like to thank you for watching. And until next week, our final game of Channel 60 Sports season, we'd like to thank you for watching. The final score, Peninsula 10, Leuzinger 3. And until next week, y'all have a nice week. Take care, and we'll be seeing you. Good night, everybody.